Hello everyone, Christina here. Welcome to another live stream at my YouTube channel. I'm so excited you guys are here today. We're going to be creating another holiday card this week. And interestingly, we're going to do one that's a wreath. And I know we just did the wreath last week, but hear me out. This one's different. Concord and 9th came out with this amazing holiday release. It just came out this morning, a couple of hours ago. So I'm pretty sure nothing is sold out. So if you guys want to check out the new release, I have a link down below in the video description. But you can click over and see everything all at once. Today, I'm going to be focusing on the Boughs and Holly bundle. So in this suite of products, you have dies, a stencil pack that actually has 6 stencils in it, and then this small stamp set. And you can kind of see on the back of the stencil, they give you some examples of how you can use everything all together. And I just thought it was so pretty and I really wanted to give it a try. So we're going to use both sets of stencils. You basically have, like a full background and then you have one that's just a wreath. And I'm going to be making 2 cards today, different color palettes for each card. So we're going to get going here. Okay, so we're going to start with the stencils. And I don't know if you guys can see, but on the top of each stencil, they have it marked. There you can kind of see it there in the light. Like this one says Greenery Wreath 1. And they have the wreath ones labeled. So there's Greenery Wreath 1, 2, and 3. And then they have Greenery Background 1, 2, and 3. And the way you're supposed to use these stencils is that let's see, I'm trying to move this around. You stencil it this way and then you turn it this way. And you can it's kind of it's a similar concept to their turnabout stamps, but a little bit easier because you're just using a stencil. So we're going to set these other 2 aside and get going on the stenciling. Now these stencils, they are, let's see, what size are they? They are 4 3/4 by 6 inches. So I thought just to make it easier, I would make my cardstock the same size. This is the Waffle Flower mini stencil mat. I'm just going to put it up there in that top corner. And then we're going to get going here. I'm going to start with the wreath. And I'll start with the one that's labeled 1. Sea glass. And I'm also going to take a little Post-it note right here. I'm going to put it down here at the bottom. And I can just, take off a little bit of the ink. All right, so I've switched to a different blending brush, just a little bigger. I think it'll be easier to get a nice blend. In fact, I think just going to a bigger one's all I really needed to do. So I'll just, oh yeah, this color is so much better. Blend it out with a really big brush because you can get really pale tones. Oh yeah, this is much more what I was envisioning. Okay, here we go. I think instead of doing that darker color, I think maybe I will rotate it to 180. I'm still going to use sea glass, but I'm going to switch back to the smaller brush because then I can get the darker shade. Why not? So here we go. We've got the smaller one now. A little darker over here. Oh yeah, I love that so much more. So for the details, I've got the last little bit that just goes right on top. And I believe you don't have to rotate this one. You just do the one. You just do it once. And for this, I think I will move to a different color ink. I don't know that I want Oceanside. I might just do Peacock, but with a larger blending brush so it's not super, super intense. So this third stencil, or I guess it's our second one that we've used, just fills in some of the details on the leaves, little stems, things like that. All right, and I think, oh, so pretty. Yeah, you don't have to rotate this last one. It's just the first one for the foliage. And now we're going to do the berries for the wreath. And instead of doing, so I would normally just go like this right on top and then you rotate it. But instead of putting the actual berries on it, I want to use die cuts that are out of some matte gold cardstock. So, because I'm going to be cutting them out later and I don't want them to overlap too much, I'm just going to take a pencil and I'm going to do a little mark, right, just a little dot right in the center of where each berry should go. I mean, you could eyeball it if you wanted to, but all right, and then you can rotate it. And here's where the additional berries will go. So where all of those dots are, that's where I will actually put berries. And I'm also going to cut out this love plus joy, or love and joy greeting for the center of my card. Right. Oh, that love and joy is so cute. Look at that. And I love that you could repurpose all the little pieces if you wanted to. Oh yeah, that's a much better green. All right, there we go. That's the color I was looking for. So I've blended it this way, so I'm just going to turn it 180. And we blend again, but with a different color this time. I'm going to use Parsley. Oh, I love Parsley. It's such a good green. I'll remove that. You can see it's starting to take shape. And then I'm going to take the little one with all the little stems, and that's going to go right over the top. And I'm going to switch to the color Clover. Okay, all right. That looks so great. Now I don't think I need to rotate it. I don't, because it's the exact same. We're good. All right, so now instead of doing die cut berries, I thought I would do the intended purpose of these stencils, and I would do blended berries. So I've got two colors. I'm going to be using Poppy and Grapefruit. Let's start with Grapefruit. So I've got a small blending brush, and I'll just come in and get these little berries. And then I'll just flip this 180. Ta-da! And I'll switch colors. So now I'm doing Poppy. Which is a nice, bright, vibrant red. It's perfect for holiday cards. My Poppy ink pad is very juicy, as you can see. So then now when I remove that, oh, it's so cute. And then you have 3 spots for a greeting. Using the same Waffle Flower A2 layers dies. I use these dies all the time, you guys, like so much. All right, and I'm not remembering where these were. They must have been down right there. Just didn't want to lose them. Okay. Now on the stencils, they actually have little corner marks on them so that if you wanted to just use your already created card base for all your stenciling, you absolutely could. I just wasn't entirely sure how I was going to do them quite yet. So that's why, you know, I did them separate. All right, so we're doing gold, so I'm going to go ahead and start to get this die cut. And we're going to do the Let's Be Jolly because it will fit right in there in the blank spots. All right, so I've got to make sure I keep all these little pieces, mostly just for, let's see, the B and the O. All right, so I'm trying to decide if I want to have this flat or have it popped up. I kind of think I want it popped up. So I'm going to put some very thin foam adhesive right behind. This also means, though, that I won't be putting in the centers of the O's, or at least maybe not, because they're going to be so tiny. Because it's a lot, right? Do I like the gold? Maybe. Am I going to backtrack? You know what? I think I am. I'm hoping I can pull these off. We are doing peacock berries. And then move them over to the project. Oh yeah, this is going to be good. And I'm just going to vary the sizes on these. I think maybe that's what I didn't like about the gold berries as much, is that they had all the same size, or roughly all the same size. But on the stencil, there were actually a few different sizes. So quite a different look for the wreath this year, or not this year, but this week in comparison to last week's wreath. But kind of like pearl-shaped things on both. It's kind of fun. So that finishes up that card. So fast and easy. So I'm going to use that same glue that I was using before, that I decided not to use later. And let's adhere these. All right, so now I've just got to find all the little itty bitty pieces in the center there, because I really do want those centers. Oh, success. I got it. Ta-da! That was ridiculous. Look how tiny those little pieces are. Take it from me. Just if you ever have to do this, or you use these dies, just let it be without the the centers. So here are the two cards for today. I love how they turned out. I'm glad I pivoted midway through and changed to the enamel dots versus the gold dots. I think it was just a little too much gold for the entire card. Love how this one turned out too. I like the gold banners. I think they really add a little shimmer and shine. Someone in the comments said they wanted to see some red glitter. You could add glitter on top of the berries. I think there's a lot of different ways that you can really dress up these card designs. So thanks for watching. I will be back very soon with another card video.